So this one, it says married men are three times more likely to be obese than single men, study shows. Wow. A new study has found that marriage might significantly increase the risk of obesity in men. According to the research, married men are three times more likely to become obese compared to men who aren't married. Shocker. Their chances of being overweight are also 62% higher than those of unmarried men. Women aren't completely in the clear either. The studies show that married women have a 39% higher risk of being overweight than women who aren't married. However, the researchers pointed out that women have often faced more social pressure and stigma when it comes to their weight. Dr. Alicia, I can't even say that name, explained that women are generally less accepting of living with obesity and are more motivated to lose weight. Definitely agree with that. Yeah, man. It definitely shows that I definitely agree with the part that women want to lose the weight more than, just in general, women want to lose weight more than men do. Um, women have tend to, rely more or put more emphasis on looks rather than how men do. Men is just like, all right, I'll be fat, but as long as I got a bag, then it doesn't matter. When in reality, it's like, okay, that could be true, but we've seen time and time again, guys get the bag because, guys get the bag, but then their health suffers on the back end. And now they can't enjoy the bag no more. So in reality, if you can find a ways to have both, obviously that's ideal. But most times, more than not, it's either one way or the other. Some guys prioritize fitness more than getting money. Other guys prioritize getting money, rather than getting in shape. So, it's very hard to have both. But it's not impossible. It's not possible, So it just requires the same level of discipline that it takes to make money. It's the same level of discipline that it takes to lose weight and get in shape, and vice versa. So I definitely think that you can have both. But going back to this article, um, definitely agree. How many married people do you see out here, you know, out of shape, fat, sloppy looking, married men mostly, at that. It's a big thing. It's a big thing in this country. And it's pretty common, right? Especially you guys get married, you guys have kids, priorities change. You may not have the time to work out, even though I think that's bullshit. Everybody has an hour at least out of their day to dedicate to themselves, you know. Um excuse me, but yeah, I've trained married couples trying to get in shape. If you guys don't know, I've been a personal trainer or a fitness professional rather for the last decade. I've worked with different brands such as the Four Seasons Hotel. I've partnered with the West Hollywood Edition. I've been able to train celebrities and you know um, music industry artists in LA and Hollywood. You know, so I've been around a little bit. I've been able to do some things, but um, every time that I do train married couples, the same answer is always the same, right? It's always we don't have time. We're both working, and my answer is always y'all are full of shit, and I say straight up just like that. Of course, in a joking way, because you can't just say that, but I let them know it's like, man, that excuse isn't gonna fly with me, man. You know, I understand, man. Like getting into a relationship is fun. It's exciting. You guys are both happy. It's comfortable. We're out buying matching PJs. But the problem with that is if you don't check it early, a lot of you guys get too comfortable as far as you're not maintaining the same habits that it took to get that person. So you might have gotten that girl when you were, when you had a six pack, when you were in shape, when you can run 2-3 miles without stopping. But now you got her, your habits slipped, you started eating out more, you know, you stopped running, you stopped having the same gym schedule, and now you done blown up like the Goodyear blimp. And it's your fault because complacency, complacency and comfort leads to you getting fat because usually the consistent habits that you once had slowly over time they fade away, and then that leads to you, you know, like I just said, not having the same routine. Your routine suffers. Your routine suffers, so now your body suffers. And then the next thing you know, damn, I didn't gain 20 pounds. Damn, I didn't gain 30 pounds. Damn, these clothes don't fit no more. You know, your kids start laughing at you. It happens over and over again. And again, I've trained these people and they've told me these stories. It happens all the time, man. So you have to make sure, even in a relationship, you guys continue to have the same habits. This is not relationship advice. I'm not Tony Gaskins. I'm not giving you love advice. This is not what this channel is for. But when it comes to fitness, yes, this is something I can definitely speak on because I have experience with shit myself. When I was in a relationship, man, I mean, I'm not saying that I slipped, but definitely I got comfortable and I wasn't as sharp when it came to my fitness program as I used to be, you know. So I can speak on this from experience and from training, you know, I mean, at this point it's probably hundreds of married couples from 2014 to now. So, it happens, man. The best thing you guys can do, stick with your program and don't fall off to the best of your ability, you know? All right.